One, two, three. Hello, Michaela. We are here today in Portugal after a day of really beautiful day here. My name is Michaela Kaiser, and I will ask you to tell us more about the Feeling Practitioner work, and for example, giving you a story of a customer who work with you, and how is this work? How you can use your lineage of healer to spacehold other people on their path to healing.
Yeah, so the Feelings Practitioner work is, so first thank you for that you guide me here and that you bring this question. So I really need to jump into that because it's ongoingly on to jump onto that there is something to detect around healing. And yes, in my center I make the experience that I really need to distinguish that I'm not in the triangle of low drama, so that I'm not the one who is rescuing my client. And I really use it for myself to overcome my old pattern of rescuing, and also to train my clients that they have their own abilities to heal themselves. And for example, I met a woman, she is diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and also she has the symptoms of the multiple chemical syndrome. So she is allergic around everything in her environment. It's not countable to what she is against allergic. And I met her first, and she came after really collecting somehow one client after another. And she shared the stories about which kind of treatments and how many doctors she get to used to and know. And somehow she wrapped it up, nothing really helped. And she has still her pain everywhere in the body, and she is still hypersensitive around her energy, and yeah, it is her environment. And somehow I gave already the solution about somehow she's allergic around her own energy. And so as I met her first, she really shared her whole story. So that was the first part, to really listen to her. What was her story? What is her personal sensation? And how does she feel? And what I recognized was that she really could not mention and explain or navigate her feelings. It was all mixed. And the whole woman was speaking out of a mixture of really wrapped and covered with a lot of rage. And so I really saw her being like overwhelmed in that state. And I decided to only space hold, and yes, to give her an attachment treatment. And this attachment is normally only regulating your inner, like your flow. And afterwards she said, wow, it's even worse. Everything is now not longer working. It was really awful for her. And she came to me the next time and she said, now it's really worse. You are the baddest therapist I ever know. And I said, oh wow, so can you say more about that? And so I really invited her to, first time at all in our appointments, to show her anger. And it was so unbelievable painful to see her not really in the, she cannot speak. She could not say, you are the bad woman, you are not the one. She really ran around saying nothing about that. She was so angry about what I did with her. And so I gave her the moment to speak more out of her feelings. I gave her the distinction between the separation of the feelings, so that at the first time she has an X on, I'm feeling, it's maybe anger. And also I gave her the in a next appointment the homework to express her anger laying down on a mattress, so that she can feel herself. somehow, that she can say everything what she needs to express, even about me. And for some reasons, I thought maybe she will not come back, because she's not used to have feelings, and maybe she's also not used to a therapist who says, oh, it's your work, do your work, then you can come back. And she came back. And when she came back, she said, okay, I have still this pain. I said, okay, and you are back here. Are you still angry? And she said, yes, I'm still angry. And I asked her, have you done your homework? And she said, not really. And I asked her, oh, okay, what is your purpose not doing your homework? And then she said really the magical sentence. She said, yes, to keep me there where I want to stay. So I want to keep this situation. And I said, okay, so how can somebody else be your partner in that, as I'm right now, if you want to keep it? And after a moment she said, yeah, that's really my part. And I said to her, yes, that's the thing. I'm not the rescuer of you. And I gave her again the explanation and the map of the low drummer, so that she really could feel, most of the time she is searching for rescuers which help her with the situation, instead of taking it back to herself. It's her pain, it's her symptoms, her body. And so I asked her, when did it start? That she said, oh, I need somebody else, or it's like, I want to stay in that. And she shared that she have had something like a pain attack really years ago. And I went with her there, and she could express how it was. And she said, whoa, yeah, I really hate my body. My body is the awful thing ever. I really want to rape it off. I hate it. And I said, whoa, that is a treasure we found right now, because is it still working in you? Is it still working in you that you don't like your body, that it's really like a thing you want to smash against the wall, and you want yourself rape off it? And he said, yes. And in that moment, she started to really small cry. It was the first moment that a feeling arose under her package of mixed emotions. So it was so obvious that something cracked in her. And I said, okay, so do you want to continue? Do you want to continue and search for other enemies, other therapists, which will be your partners in your war against your body? So I will not do it. I'm not an enemy of your body. I'm not a partner in your war. Can you see it? Even maybe it is hard to digest that, or it's not okay or not fair that I name it, but it's the thing. I will be not the next person on your list. You have been through and giving you a treatment what will not help you, because it will be against your body. As I did it with my treatment, when I did this physical work, it was not in an alignment that you want to have your body, because you don't want to have it. So all what happened right now is your body is screaming. Your body is screaming and saying, hey, here I am. I am loud. I am painful. I give you everything that you see. The whole environment is an enemy, because you have the decision. The client has the decision, I hate my body. It needs to go away. And it really hit her. She said, really, that makes sense. And I asked her, okay, do you want to stay with it any time longer? And she said, no, but what can I do? And so I said, yes, so ask your body. So let your body speak for a while. And so she started a communication with her body, and found out that her body only wants to be heard and accepted. And she decided from that moment, I will accept my body. I will start there. And again, tears in her eyes and on her face. And for a short moment, she really was in touch with her body. And that is the opener for detecting and following the language of your body, and use the feeling to find the treasures, and come out of the game we are playing with our bodies or with the whole health system, that we are searching for a source, for a wisdom, for a help outside of us, instead of asking our inner wisdom, our inner selves, our whole organism first. And so I'm really looking forward to work with her, because it was somehow like 5 sessions, and it was a big door where she can walk through. And I think when she will distinguish, or I sense and I see the next layer, distinguish more and more her feelings and separate her emotion, she will come more and more back to her body. And also to decide not to be longer a victim of her body, searching for rescuers. So I'm very glad that the Feelings Practitioner work is offering all the distinctions, the maps, so that you can deliver another work, another medical environment, so that each client find their own path. And I'm only like a spaceholder, like a guidance, like a translator, but I'm not longer the one who has the knowledge for you. You will find your own. And so I'm glad, because pain is, or also like having a pain attack, is like a signal that something needs to be changed. And there a lot of change happening. And you can see it also in the maps of the inflammation, or in the allergic map we offer in the core training. And maybe you will join it with your own symptoms, or also as a spaceholder, as a therapist, as a healer for your clients. So thank you for your question.
Thank you, Michaela. I was just looking at you, hearing, and want to know more, because because I'm on this path of the Feelings Practitioner. I went to a core lab, and I was really excited to know more about this. And and now I also have some things to heal my body, but not like you said, not because I will ask you how to do it, but because you can be a space holder, like I can also be a space holder for other people, not because you're kind of what can I say, authority, but I'm the own authority of my own body, and I can heal myself. So that's the thing. And I'm really glad, because we can we can give this to the world, and give this knowledge to other people.
Yes, to train a lot of more expert.
Yeah.
So each body can be an expert of a body. So a lot of millions of people needs to be trained in that, so that you come back to your inner wisdom and your resources, because everything is there. So the problem is really the solution. If your body shows something, there is the key. It's only to know how to use the key for which goal, or for which part of you, and then things also can change. Even it is really going through transformation, and it's painful. And that's life too, to find the right thread or the missing link for you in your life.
Yes. Thank you for this video. We will share this with the world. And yes, there is an invitation for you to see this video and share it also with your colleagues, with your friends, because healing, healing is part of us. It's part of our path here in life, to heal our symptoms and incarnate the whole thing.
Yeah, and it's happening even in the moment when you think it's worse. Yeah. Even in the moment when you think I'm not functioning. healing is happening.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For your questions.